Alright, so this is the KOA in Holbrook, Arizona. It was pretty nice. We didn't really do anything here, but it's definitely big. They have some really nice cabins you can rent. I've got to open the kitchen window one so it doesn't rattle. Yeah, this place is huge. There's little cabins. They have little cabins and they have little tiny houses.
In 400 feet, turn left onto Hermosa Drive.
So I didn't want to take the time to walk around because
make a U-turn. I
want to get to St. George today if we can. 465 miles. And before it gets dark, it'll be nice. So they have over 100 sites here. That's a really nice picnic area. Oh, it's tent camping, I think. So it's right in town.
In 600 feet,
between
turn left
town
onto
and the
Hermosa
interstate.
Drive.
Up, have a dog park. There's a dog in it. Oh, the dog's running over to us. Oh, jeez. Wow. This place gets muddy. There are ruts. Bumpy. Oh, wow. Here's all the people tent camping. Lots of them. Alright, so there's a playground. Looks like it has everything. But it's not very smooth. Looks like there's a few people living here, but it's not as bad as some campgrounds. So we were right there, right by the
bathroom. Take the second left onto Hermosa Drive.
The last campground we stayed at had a concession stand. They operated when there was no COVID. That would have been neat. I don't know if they made breakfast or what. Snacks, drinks. Alright, so we are on the business loop through Holbrook and getting on I-40 West. Oh, we got Tractor Supply.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-40 West ramp to Flagstaff.
Due in 30 miles. Alright, finally on the interstate. 20 minutes of nothing. Trying to get diesel. One place had crappy diesel and one place had slow diesel, so we left. And then we had to do a U-turn. Trying not to get Zoe sick, all the bumps. So 30 minutes to be in Winslow. Oh, Safeway. I don't know what time that's at. So when I went to Florida in June, we drove around Tallahassee like that for an hour and a half, I swear. Trying to get to a restaurant. All the streets were one way, dead ends, lots of traffic. And then we get to the place and there's no parking. That really sucked. It might have been an hour, but it was a long time. I bet we drove 20 miles trying to get to that restaurant. $25 for us, basically. And I don't really want to spend 2 or 3 hours there to make it worth it. I want to get home at this point, make some time. So we'll go there some other time. Someone said it's just a hole in the ground. But the museum part looks really nice. I just don't know how much of it is open. It's another reason I don't want to spend $22 a person and have it be half closed. But we are going to stop at the new Hoover Dam Bridge at least to take some pictures. And then drive through Las Vegas and hopefully make it to Utah. So the mountains that they're west of Flagstaff, they are like 70 miles away, we figured out. They have a ski area there.
Half a mile, take exit 255 toward Arizona 87 South, I-40 business.
So by this weekend, it's going to be in the lows of the low 20s here. St. George, Utah, through Las Vegas. It's 426 miles. So Meteor Crater was our stop, just 5 miles behind us, where we got diesel. So it's not that far from Flagstaff, really. Oh, and Flagstaff has a bunch of national park stuff that are fun. I'll have to go back to them. We have our own escort vehicle now. Can't see him when I look at the screen, so I'm sure you can see him on, hopefully when you watch this video. So we just entered the Coconino National Forest. There's a neat cliff dwelling monument national park area to the south of here, just a few miles. Can't remember the name of it though, but they have a really nice trail. And you partially walk down into the canyon by the dwellings. And there's also a volcanic national monument east of Flagstaff. And there was one more thing I can't remember. Might have been on the way to Sedona. I think those mountains in front of us they might be 12,000 feet. And we're at 6,000 feet. About 15 minutes from Flagstaff, and we're going to try and find a rest area. You got to get a towel out for Zoe's cat tower. She doesn't want to lay on the wet part now, so she's on the top, and that just makes her more sick. So it's 62 out now, not too bad. I think Vegas is in the 80s today, maybe 90. We're not going to stop there though, we're just going to drive through it. So the cliff dwellings, it's the Walnut Canyon National Monument. That is really fun to go to. It has a lot of steps walking down to them, but I think it took us an hour to walk around the loop, probably. And if I remember right, they used to have guided tours, which now they probably, well, they don't now. Made it to Flagstaff. So we think we figured out Zoe can't handle the blacktop roads, asphalt. It's too bumpy. But on the concrete pavement interstates, it's so much smoother. So hopefully we get off of these soon. She's up to 4 throw-ups in 2 days. I don't know if I mentioned she threw up earlier today. So now we have a blanket on her cat tower, so she's not laying in the wetness of where we cleaned it up. She even threw up on her paw, part of her paw is covered. So we cleaned her paw off. Then she went right back to eating. So if she throws up again, we're just gonna pick her food up until we get off of these roads, and she'll have to wait until the evening to eat. She's never thrown up this much. Of course, we haven't really been on roads. Usually we're on better roads when we drive this far. Never taken her on this route before. Back in the forest. So we just crossed the Arizona divide, 7,300 feet. $25 miles to Williams. So the east entrance to the Grand Canyon National Park is not open. We thought about doing the loop and going in the east entrance and out the south, but it's a good thing we didn't plan on doing that because we couldn't. So I wonder if they have part of the road in the park actually even closed off, and you just can go to like the village area maybe, and that's it. We heard that Yosemite is going to open up fully, well, get rid of the reservation systems, and they're worried about it being packed the rest of the year, basically, even in the winter, just because no one's been able to go there all summer. We have 137 miles to the Highway 48 to Las Vegas, and once we get on that, actually at some point they have 5G all the way to Las Vegas on the highway, like from Phoenix to Las Vegas basically, which I wish we had 5G phones, but we don't, because they don't keep track of data usage on 5G phones for your hotspots, because it's so fast and they just have tons of data available. So maybe next year one of us will get a 5G phone. It's really only in the cities so far. I think this is one of the few highways I saw in the Southwest that had it, or interstates, highways. Supposedly you could miles to Williams. So that's the highway that goes to the south entrance of the Grand Canyon. And it's about 50 or 60 mile drive north. And there's a little town with a campground and hotels. And then inside the park there's lots of, or 3 or 4 hotels, lodging, and a big campground. So I think I saw by next week the lows are in the teens there every night. Basically 3 more days of above freezing if you want to camp. That's it. So we're almost starting to go out of the forest and start going down for like 80 miles, just gradually going down. Wow, that's a camper van to rent. It's very colorful. It's little. Can't imagine what it has inside of it. Or is that just an advertisement? I wonder. Looks like most of the campgrounds in Williams are only open March to October. At least that's what the KOA said. But it does get cold here in November, so probably not bad they're closed. So this is the Williams exits coming out. The Williams exit, the main Williams exit for the Grand Canyon. They have a dinner train that you could take to the Grand Canyon. We've never done that. It's probably pretty fun. There, it's off to the left. I don't think the camera ever picked it up. Grand Canyon Railway Depot. grade for 6 miles. desert. And 74. Thought about stopping at Lake Havasu, but that doesn't get us far enough. Someday. And it is hot there. I think it's 90 there today.
actually.
Oh, you lost it. Until we get over this hill. Oh, well, it'll be 1 minute. sun is so hot coming through the windshield. It's 82 outside. Oh, Kingman Historic District.
In half a mile, take exit 48 with US 93 Northwest Field Street.
Oh, we're on US 93. I think I said Highway 48. It was exit 48.